A dazzling facility located here in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia. Welcome inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The punter, Jake Camarda, ready to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Yep. They start the drive with Hall. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. A.J. Terrell making that stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Baker now from the gun. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Now try to run for it with Hall. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Hey, alert 33.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. It's taken in by Williams. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. And the Falcons get a 5th defensive back out there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, Mayfield. Completed over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's first down at the 41. Mayfield now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Quite the opening drive they've put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. Hall takes it straight ahead. Has a big hole left. And he's all the way down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Going to the ground again on first. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. He gets him 9 yards, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Hall. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Penix to the air to start us off. Pitts brings it in. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Penix here from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Close secured by George Pickett. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
On the jump.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Cowboy 80.
3rd down give to Robinson. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score.
Go!
Quick pass, right side, complete. Touchdown, Atlanta. PAT effort coming up. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Now Camarda on to send it away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. 1st down. Here's Baker. Hall there to haul it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Motioning the tight end now. Baker now off to play fake. Stays upright. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Run. Point it right.
Play fake, it's Mayfield. Able to hit Hall, complete. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And the Falcons scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Hey, a normal old stop with 3rd down just wasn't good enough for this crew. Nope, they had to rip the ball away from them literally in an impressive and dominant play that sets their offense up for success.
18 Cardinal.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
Let's go.
3rd down, it's Penix. This ball's caught by Pickens. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. Look at that work, churning those legs, driving across the 15. All the way, and that's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Camarda on to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. And he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Mayfield. Finds his target, Hall. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, Some money will follow.
Less than a yard needed here on fourth.
Good. Watch out.
They'll run for it with Hall. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They only manage a yard, but that was enough as this drive rolls on.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Watch out.
First down, Hall gets it again. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Real. Got.
From the 48. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
King. Watch out.
3rd and short, Mayfield. Into traffic, complete. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Jets take their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Good. Got.
Baker now. Finds him over the middle. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Baker to throw. Complete out to the right side. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Hall running between the tackles. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Completed to his running back. And he's going to be bottled up right at the line as we've reached the 2-minute warning. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Baker now from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Jets earn the chance to tie before halftime. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Jets tie things up at 14. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And look at this return. Races past midfield. And he had everyone thinking 6 before they finally get to him and stop that return.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Penix working from the gun. Has it in close.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Robinson will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast
Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The punter, Jake Camarda, ready to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield comes out throwing. Finds his man over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
They send a receiver in motion right. Here's Brees Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They kick the running back in motion. 1st and 10, it's Mayfield. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. He's got it inside the 25. A pickup there of 39. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackled by Rook Orororo. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Mayfield. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
3rd down, here's Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Field goal try upcoming from the Jets. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. The kick by Hopkins is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They send the tight end in motion. Penix here from the gun. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Penix looking to pass. Got a man. Robinson has it. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Here's Penix to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. That's caught. He found some space. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Camarda on to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Baker now off the play fake. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And it's going to be second down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
This is on target to Xavier Gibson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Mayfield on first and 10. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Run.
From the gun, it's Hall. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Man in motion here. Off the play fake, here's Mayfield. Throwing the out route complete. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Here we go. It's Mayfield. He finds him beyond the marker. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
Point it right.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Called in left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back now for the second quarter, and the Jets, they've got to look towards that end zone. First down, here's Baker. He's on the move. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB. And it gave him just enough room to run.
Mayfield now from the gun. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Third down, 1 yard to go. Here's... Oh, baby, he gets rocked, and the ball is out. And the Falcons scoop it out. Look, we can spin positive here, Brock. You take away the ending, and that drive was outstanding. It was everything they were hoping for. Unfortunately, all that work and efforts, it's gone.
Hey, Kate, Cal, how important were those finals?
Pretty important.
Yeah, so was that ball security right there.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Marshall there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Let's go.
Now the give for Bijan. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. The Jets take their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Ready.
Another carry for Robinson. And it's a nice gain, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Ready.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Set. Go. Let go.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the fair catch secured here at the 16. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Real.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
2nd down, Mayfield to pass. That's complete to Wilson. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That tackle made by Kobe Turner. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Baker now from the gun. Finds his target hole. A lot of grass ahead. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's Baker. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Hey, alert!
Hall takes it straight ahead. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the gun, Mayfield. Hits his running back. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. 15 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He keeps it himself. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Jets take a 2nd quarter lead. Baker Mayfield the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Jets push their lead to 3. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Penix working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. David Long getting to the spot that time.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Go.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Penix here from the gun. Finds his target, Robinson. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's Robinson up the middle. He cuts it right. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons get some late points and the lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Now Camarda on to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch out!
Throwing again is Baker. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Mike Williams on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
The defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball...
And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11. Now Camarda on to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Timeout taken by New York. That's it.